Hello, friends. Welcome to Betkraft, your home of sure bet football analysis and predictions. Today is another beautiful Tuesday morning, and as usual, we do have a lot of games going on across the globe, and we also came up with our selections that we made, and also in those selections, we were able to analyze these games, thoroughly and brought it forward for you. Okay. All right, that's what we do in Betcraft every day. Okay. Also, how we fared yesterday, we saw that we had 8 games yesterday predicted, and surprisingly, we had two that fall short of what we expected. We actually saw Bodo Glimt, of all people, losing out yesterday. Surprisingly, that's a very huge surprise for me. And also Malmo, couldn't win from away yesterday. But other games that we predicted, we are actually very, very successful. All right. And that being said, today we is another day, and the selections that we made today are quite also well analyzed. And in a short while, we'll be looking at these games from you know one after the other. But before we head to the business of the day, those of us who are coming across our channel for the very first time, kindly take our time to click the subscription button down there. Hit the button so that you don't miss out on our subsequent games that will be coming up on this very channel on a daily basis. Okay. All right. That being said, let's head to the business of the day. And today we're starting with the very first game, Kuchaponope in Italy, Italian Serie C. Italian Serie C playoff game where we'll have Vicenza who will be up against Padova. All right, Vicenza in the past 6 games they've played so far have been able to achieve 4 wins and 1 draw, as well as one loss in the recent 6 games that they had so far. And away side, Padova have had 2 draws, 1 loss, as well as 3 wins in the past 6 games they had so far. And when you take it down to how they fared from home and away perspective, you could see that the home side in the past 10 home games have been able to achieve they've been able to achieve 6 wins playing from home, and they've also had 4 draws playing from home. It goes to show that in the last 10 home games, they have not lost any home match. They have won 60% of it, and they have also drawn the remaining 40%. So it goes to show that they're a very strong side playing from home, and the away side, on the other hand, Padova have been able to achieve 4 wins playing from away in the past 10 away games. They've also had 3 losses, as well as 3 draws as well, playing from our way. So when you put all that together for both sides, you know that the home side, is slightly having the edge in this one. So we do expect the home side, to win or draw in this very one. Also noting the fact that the last 3 times both teams met have always produced a draw, but in recent times the home side is showing better promise, in terms of how they fared from home in the last 10 games. So we do expect the home side to either win or draw in this very game. That's our verdict. And that takes us to the very next game. And the next game is is in Holland. Okay, Holland, and playoff game where we'll have NAC Breda who will be up against FC Imen. Okay, NAC Breda in the past 6 games have been able to achieve 3 victories, 2 losses, as well as 1 draw in the past 6 games they've had so far. And the other side, Imen have won 5 games out of 6, and they've also had just 1 loss in the past 6 games they've had. And when you take it down to how they fared from home and away perspective, you could see that the home side have been able to achieve 4 wins and 2 draws, and 3 draws actually, and they've also had 3 losses playing from home. And the away side, on the other hand, have been able to also achieve 4 wins playing from away, and also they have had 6 losses playing from away. And also worthy of mention is the fact that the home side in the past 10 home games have produced over 2.5 on 8 occasions out of 10. They've been scoring a lot of goals, and also they are conceding as well, playing from home. And the away side, Emen, on the other hand, have seen a very, very similar situation, seeing that they've also had over 2.5 on 8 times out of 10, playing from away. So it goes to show that 80% of the away games I've had so far have produced an over 2.5. Likewise, the home side, 80% of the home games they have played have also produced over 2.5. So in this very encounter, we expect to see at least a minimum of 3 goals in this very game. So it is an over 2.5. That's our value for that very encounter. And that takes us to the very next game for the day. And the next game for the day is in Sweden. It's actually a Swedish Cup where we'll have IFK Skodiv coming up against Toad. All right. And the home side, IFK Skodiv, have been able to achieve 4 wins in the past 6. They've also had two losses, and the away side Todd have managed 3 wins, and they've also had 3 losses in the past 6 games they've had so far. So taking it down to how they fared from home and away, you can also say that the home side, Scotty, have managed, to achieve, 6 wins playing from home. All right, and they've also had 4 draws, playing from home, and okay, it goes to show that they're doing very well, seeing that they've won 60% of their home games. All right, and their away side, on the other hand, have been able to achieve 3 wins playing from home in the past, playing from away in the past 10 away games. They've also had 1 draw, and they've had 6 losses playing from away. All right, it's actually showing that the away side is the weakest side in this very encounter. And so we do expect the home side, Skodiv, to rise to the occasion this very well. It is home side to win outrightly. That's our verdict. Home win. That's our verdict. And that takes us to the very next game for the day. And the next game is in Switzerland, where we have Basel, who will be up against the Verdun Sport. Okay, Basel have been able to achieve 3 wins in the last 6 recent games. They've also had 2 losses as well as 1 draw. And the away side, the Verdun Sport, have been able to achieve 3 wins and 3 losses in the past 6 games they've had so far. And to bring it out to how they fared for home and away, you could see that Basel have been able to achieve 4 wins playing from home. They've also had, 4 draws, 4 home wins, 4 draws, as well as 2 losses playing from home. That's Basel. And the away side, Verdun Sport, have lost, 9 matches playing from away, and they've had just 1 draw. They've not been able to win a single away match in the last 10 away games they've had so far. So it goes to show that they're very weak side. They've not been able to win any away game in the past 10 games they've had so far. They've lost 90% of the away games. They've lost it, and they've had just 1 draw. So the home side Basel is expected to rise to the occasion. Also, the head-to-head encounter in the past, head-to-head, past 2 head-to-head encounters, I've always seen Basel beating this side. And the last meetings was in February this year. Saw Basel defeating the side from away by 2 goals to 0. So we do expect Basel to also rise to the occasion this very well. It is the home side that we expect to win. Home win. That's our advantage for that very encounter. And that takes us to the very next game. And the next game is also in Switzerland, where we have Lucerne Sport, who will be up against Grasshopper. Okay, Lucerne Sport have been able to achieve 2 wins in the past 6, and they've also had 4 losses at the away side as well. Grasshopper have also seen 2 wins in the past 6 and also 4 losses in the past 6 games they've had so far. And when you take it down to how they fared from home and away perspective, you could also see that the home side, Lucerne Sport, in the past 10 home games have been able to achieve 5 victories. They've also had 2 draws as well as 3 losses in the past 10 home games they've had so far. And the away side, on the other hand, Grasshopper have been able to, in the past 10 games, have only managed 3 draws playing from our. Okay, they managed 4 draws playing from away. They've also had 6 losses playing from away. So they have not won a single match playing from away. So it goes to show that the home side is much more fancy to pick the sports. Also seeing the fact that the last time both teams met saw Lucerne Sport winning the Grasshopper from away by 1 goal to 0. So we do expect a win for the home side. Lucerne Sport to actually win this game outrightly. Home win. That's our verdict for that very game. And it takes us to the next game for the day, and the next game for the day that we have is in Denmark, where we have Aarhus coming up against Copenhagen. Aarhus in the past 6 games have lost on the entire 6 games they had so far, and the Copenhagen, on the other hand, away side, have been able to achieve 4 victories in the past 6 games. They've also had 1 draw as well as 1 loss in the past 6 games they've had so far. And when you take it down to how they fared from home and away, you could see that the home side, Aarhus, have been able to manage 3 wins from home. They've also had 2 draws as well as 5 losses playing from home. And the away side, Copenhagen, is also a very good team in Denmark. They've also had 5 wins playing from away. They've had one draw as well as 4 losses playing from away. Some of those losses came in a European competition where they played against Manchester City and also Sparta Praha in the Champions League. So we do expect the away side, Copenhagen, a very strong side, to rise to the occasion this one. Also noting the fact that the last time both teams met, saw Copenhagen beating this side by 3 goals to 2. That was in April this year. So we do expect the away side, Copenhagen, who is better at the moment to rise to the occasion. It is our side to win. Copenhagen to win outright. That's our verdict. That takes us to the next game. And then again that we have for you today is in Egypt. Egypt Premier League. We'll have Ceramica Cleopatra who will be up against National Bank of Egypt. Okay, Cleopatra in the past 6 games have been able to achieve 2 wins, 2 draws, as well as 2 losses. And the way side, National Bank of Egypt have managed just 1 win in the past 6 games. They've also had 5 losses, in the past 6 games they've had so far. And then you take it down to how they fared from home and away. You could see that the home side, Cleopatra have been able to achieve, 4 wins from home. They've also had 6 draws playing from home. They've not lost any single match playing from home. And the away side, on the other hand, have had 2 wins from away, 2 draws, 3 draws, and 2 wins from away, and also 5 losses playing from away. Okay, when you put all that together, you know that the home side, Cleopatra is actually, faster to pick up the spoils. Also noting the fact that the last 2 occasions both sides met saw Cleopatra defeating this side. The last one being 1-0. Prior to that, they had also a 2-1 victory over the away side. Okay, we do expect, putting all that together, we do expect that the home side, Cleopatra, to rise to the occasion. So we expect to see either win or draw for the home side. So home win or draw, that's our verdict for that very encounter. And that will take us to the last game for the day. The last game that we have for the day is in Iceland, where we have Keflavik, who will be up against the Afteraldane in Iceland. Okay, pardon me about the name. And we do have the home side. In the past 6 games, they have 3 wins as well as 3 losses in the past 6 games they've had. And the away side also, after Afteraldane, have had the same 3 wins as well as 3 losses in the past 6 games. And when you bring it down to how they fared from home and away, you can see that the home side have been able to achieve 4 victories from home as well as 4 draws and also 2 losses playing from home. And the away side have also seen 4 victories from away and 6 losses playing from away. But what is much more prominent in these their games is the fact that the home side in the past 10 home games have actually seen over 2.5 on 8 occasions. They've been scoring a lot of goals in this very league, and they've seen 80% of the home matches have produced an over 2.5, a lot of goals, over 3 goals. And away side also, when you check, you see that 9 out of the past 10 away games they've had have also produced an over 2.5. So 90% of their away games have seen over 3 goals. So we do expect we put all that together. We do expect to see a lot of goals in this one. Seeing that the last time both teams met, saw Keflavik, the home side, defeating this side by 5-0. That was in 2022. So we with all that together, we know that we're going to see a lot of goals in this very encounter. It is an over 2.5, a minimum of 3 goals. That's our expectation for this very game. And that brings our predictions for you on Betkraft today to a conclusion. I wish you the very best of luck, and I hope your ticket goes well today. And also remember to play responsibly. It is only a football game. Play with what you can afford to lose. Do not use your entire fortune in betting. It is not advisable. All right, remember to also select games from here. You're not in any way advised to put all of them together. But if you wish to do that, no one is stopping you. All right, I wish you the best of luck once again. And tomorrow is another big day, and we are going to be here and presenting our games to you. But until that time, keep winning.